The gas prices were $1.87. The oil companies went to Donald Trump and said, we are getting crushed with gas prices at $1.87. Please go to Saudi Arabia and your friend MBS.
So this is a piece, that little piece right there of what Mark is saying, because he's been repeating what I've been saying. I haven't said that. This is something that he's added, and it's also something that I don't agree with. And I'm not saying that a couple of oil companies weren't involved. What I'm saying is they didn't go to Donald Trump. They went directly to OPEC. And I'm talking about Scott Sheffield of Pioneer and John Hess of Hess. Now, there's something important to understand about this is that these were independent oil companies. That means John Hess could do whatever he wanted. That means Scott Sheffield could do whatever he wanted. When you look at the big oil companies like Exxon, Chevron, Shell, BP, those CEOs and executives could not do what Scott Sheffield and John Hess did here. That is the quickest way to get shit canned if you work for big oil. So these were independent oil companies. But I don't think these two guys went to Donald Trump. I don't think that for 1 second. I think they were working with OPEC all along. And that is because these two individuals had relationships with OPEC and oil ministers in OPEC long before Donald Trump was ever dreamed of. They were personally negotiating with OPEC during the Obama administration trying to get prices up. At the end of 2018 into 2019, when Donald Trump completely crashed the oil and gas market by, double crossing Saudi Arabia with the production increases, it was these two guys that went to OPEC and convinced them to cut production to restore prices to before Donald Trump crashed the market. And these two guys were in communication with OPEC prior to Donald Trump having any communication with OPEC. We will find out exactly how this happened and how all this played out when these FTC investigations are released and everything is made public. But I very strongly believe that these two individuals went to OPEC, not Donald Trump. I believe they went to OPEC and said, this is what we can deliver you. We can deliver you this 2-year guaranteed production cut. I believe this was done by these two people. I believe the OPEC ministers and MBS agreed to it, and then it was presented to Donald Trump. Because we know that these two individuals, Scott Sheffield and John Hess, played a role in how the OPEC2020 deal was structured. And the core tenets of that deal was structured and put together before Donald Trump was even involved. So I believe they constructed the deal with OPEC, which benefited them unbelievably. Once they had the foundational terms set with OPEC, then they presented it to Donald Trump. That's what I believe happened. And I'm telling you right now, you need to bookmark, you need to favorite this video because you're going to want to go watch it when these FTC investigations come out. Do it. Do it. Bookmark it. Favorite it. I'm telling you, do it.